Hey everybody, we're going to talk about the 8th grade Common Core lesson 7.5 notes. We're going to be using the Pythagorean theorem. So anytime that you have a word problem in which you can go ahead and use a right triangle, you're going to use the two legs to figure out what is the hypotenuse, or a leg and a hypotenuse to go ahead and figure out what the height. I mean, some of those problems are going to be things like if I'm standing here and my shadow is here at 5 feet, and I am 6 feet. If I have x-ray vision, how far is my x-ray vision in order to get to the end of my shadow? Or you'll see stuff like, all right, if I have a light, and I want to know if the light is shining here and the lamp post is this tall. So just keep in mind, anytime you have a right triangle, you have two legs and a hypotenuse, or a hypotenuse and a leg, you're going to be able to find the other measurement. I highly encourage you to draw it so you can actually create that right triangle. The other kind of problems that you're going to see when using the Pythagorean theorem is you're going to be able to find the distance between 2 points that are the hypotenuse. Now, there is a distance formula that you can use to plug in these two ordered pairs and these two ordered pairs to find the distance. We are not using the distance formula. So if your parents say, oh, there's this formula, I know there's the formula, we're just not using it. What we're going to be using is we're going to be using the Pythagorean theorem to go ahead and find that distance. So, ordered pairs. Let's do one with the triangle and then we'll do one without the triangle. So let me get you a little closer so you can see these measurements. So I have a triangle. By using the ordered pairs, I can determine what the height is. It is 10 to 30, so this is 20. This is 5 to 20, so this is 15. So now I can say that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I can say that 15 squared plus 20 squared equals c squared. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my calculator. I am going to say that 15 squared is 225. I'm going to say that 20 squared is 400. So now I have 625 is equal to c squared. I want to see that you're square rooting both sides, so c is the square root of 625. Sometimes you're going to get lucky and you're going to be able to be like, oh, 625 square root, and it's going to be a number. So c equals 25. So you can determine that that hypotenuse is 25 degrees. So I've gone ahead and found the height, the distance of the two legs by subtracting the ordered pairs, and then I use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out what that hypotenuse is of 25. In this example, I can kind of do the same thing, but I have to draw the triangle. So if I have a diagonal line, I can draw a triangle as long as it's a right triangle to go ahead and represent the side lengths. So again, this is what I'm looking for. But based on my ordered pairs, I can determine what this side length is and what this side length is. Now it's negative, so whatever. So I'm at negative 35 to negative 35, so that's not what I'm using, but I'm changing the distance of this. This is 10 up, and then this is 15. So then I literally just do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And I have 10 squared plus 15 squared equals c squared. I have 100 plus 225 equals c squared. And then I am going to go ahead and say that 325 equals c squared. Square root both sides. And so then I'm going to do the square root button and say 325. It is not a perfect square, so I'm going to use my estimation. I can say c is the square root of 325 if I want to exact. I'm going to say let's do an estimate of it. C is about 18 and units, let's say that. Okay. All right, guys, you are going to be using Pythagorean theorem rather than the distance formula. I want to make sure that you are drawing triangles on your grid coordinate planes in order to find that hypotenuse. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.